All right, so Tulsi Gabbard, first of all, COVID was a scam. And, well, anybody with a little bit of brains could see that 2 weeks later, after they announced the mask wearing, the official pandemic, the whole flatten the curve bullshit for 2 weeks. And after that flatten the curve nonsense, it was clear to anyone with a average IQ, and I'm being conservative here, um, with an average IQ could see that this is a scam because none of this shit is making any sense. It's not adding up. It's ridiculous. It's contradicting. There are so many contradictions that are so obvious. Yeah, but then it still happened. And yeah, it turned out it was not obvious to 80%, and I thought it was obvious to everyone. Okay, so then we had this whole scamdemic, plandemic nonsense. The censorship, the COVID censorship was um, one of a kind in history, and it can never be forgotten. So, what's the point now? Tulsi Gabbard announced on her last day in office that she is publishing undisclosed information, communication about Fauci and the scam that was going on, that COVID was a scam from the beginning, that it was gain of function uh, testing with US tax dollars in the Wuhan lab. The laboratory got funded with US tax dollars to do gain of function testing on bats. And so this is all official now. The stuff that I know for 7 years, that anybody with a little bit of brains knows for 7 years, and well, now it's coming out. Okay, well, okay, congratulations. You're still NPC sheeples. Now that it's allowed to talk about that it's a scam, well, I'm just gonna say um, it's a scam. Yeah, but I said that 7 years ago, and then got censored. Videos got censored. I still have deleted videos on YouTube um, where I simply stated these facts. So, YouTube, Google, what are you going to do now? Right? So, are you going to unban them? Am I get like compensation for taking my content down, or how's this going to go then? I mean, look, this is your chance, right? This is your chance system, the government system, the justice system, the medical system, the financial system, the media system, all of these systems that worked together to censor, to block, to demonetize anybody who criticized the pandemic, anybody who criticized COVID, anybody who asked questions got censored, banned, deplatformed, debanked. People lost their jobs, their bank accounts, their money, their social media accounts, all of their followers, um, all of it. So, what are you going to do about it now? Now that it's official. Now that it's official after fucking ridiculous 7 years, you're coming to the conclusion, well, now it's time to what? open open the box on undisclosed information, like you didn't had that information years ago? Like, why now? What's the deal? Why put it now out on the table in the public eye? Why present this now? I don't get it. But anyway, this is your chance, system. This is your chance, government, to do something about it, because the powers you had and the powers you abused were devastating. You can never have these powers again. We can never allow, ever, in the history of mankind, that these people have this kind of power. Because look what they did with it. Look what they did with the power they had. They abused it. You think, like, I wish I knew how many people participated in this scam, how many people abused their power in this scam, their position of authority, their position of responsibility. It's uncountable, uncountable amounts of politicians, of people in the administration, in companies, CEOs, employees, government officials, lawyers, judges, the police. It's incredible how many people are involved. It's just incredible how many. It's so many people. So many people complied and went along with it, even though it was obvious, it was contradicting, it was obvious, it was not making any sense, it was obvious that none of this shit is even adding up or being logical. So many people made so much money, so many people lost so much, so many people got hurt, and so many people died. So I wish how many people are complicit in making this gigantic COVID scam possible. It's an international scandal of historic proportions. It deserves a proper criminal investigation of historical proportions. And all of these people, everyone who's complicit, should be brought to justice and needs to go to jail for life or worse. Right? This is something for the history books. Bring out the guillotines, put them on the marketplace, have something for the history books that, people won't forget in 10,000 years, Heads are rolling, people are standing knee deep in blood, guillotines going down night and day for months. So people will never forget. This is what is going to happen to you if you scam the people. If you act complicit in organized crime, this is what's going to happen to you for being a criminal, for being a liar, for being a scammer. And I hope we really go Old Testament on this. This can never be forgotten. The censorship alone, incredible, incredible injustice. And I hope everybody is brought to justice. And I hope that people never forget. And I will never forget, and I will never forgive. I'm not God. God may forgive you. I don't. I'm Miniman, grow or die trying.